Okay, I tried to do a little audio volume setting on the mics and a little test video, so hopefully this will be okay. Hey, I haven't recorded anything for a long time, and I was watching Dexter New Blood, and they started playing The Passenger by Iggy Pop, and I thought, you know, that's a really good, cute little chord progression to get going for some of the beginning players that I know that watch some of my stuff, and just a fun little pattern to sit there and vamp on against the song. So I'm going to teach you that. However, I have I sliced my finger right on the tip of my ring finger, which is really a bear for string bending and stuff like that. So I got a band-aid on there, trying to keep it covered, trying to get it to heal fast, and a piece of electrical tape wrapped around it to keep the band-aid on. You know how fingertip band-aids are. So this might sound a little wanky because of the band-aid on my finger hitting strings and, you know, muting stuff and buzzing and God knows what. But I'm going to do this anyway. I also just wanted to record something because I just stuck a new microprocessor in my old guitar PC that I run over here to run audio tracks, and I do video processing on it and stuff and use it as a storage server a little bit, but it's pretty old, and so anyway, yeah, I stuck a new processor in it. I want to see how that impacts the video processing and rendering. But anyway, here we go. So Iggy Pop's The Passenger. So it's pretty easy to play once you get a few things down. So the first thing is the strumming pattern. So it's a up, down, up pattern, okay? And it's kind of like a flat tire. Ba-dumpa, 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 ba-dumpa. So it's... So those are up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, rest, up, down, up, rest. So it's a up, down, up, rest, up, down, up, rest. But your hand keeps moving, right? So that one stroke in there doesn't hit the strings, but you start with an up stroke. Okay? So the chords are all open chords with the exception of one chord. You could play open, but instead we'll use a full bar, and I think that's how he did it from the sound of the chord. But anyway, so it starts on A minor, okay? So that first thing is, and you want to kind of, I can't do this with the band-aid on my finger. I already discovered it causes a problem, but you want to try to mute this E string with your thumb when you do this, so you don't ring this out strumming it. Okay, but I'm not going to, so I might catch it a little. And the reason I'm not going to is when I get my wrist turned enough to get my thumb over this, it puts this finger in a position where that band-aid starts really causing problems. So I'm up on my fingertip a little more the way I'm doing it, but I might catch that E string. But you want to try to block that low E string, okay? So, okay, that's the first thing. Up, down, up on an A minor. And then you want to mute with the edge of your palm at the bridge. Okay? And then the next chord is you could do an open F chord, but really it's better if you do a full bar F chord. Okay? The next chord is you go to the open C. Okay? And then to an open G. Okay, so let's get those first four chords. So it's... Okay? Then the second half of the progression is the same until the last chord. So it goes A minor to the F bar to the open C, and then this time instead of going to the G, it goes to the open E. Okay? And with that, you pretty much have the whole song. Okay? So here we go. It's... I am a passenger. Anyway, or not a passenger, the passenger. But anyway, That's The Passenger by Iggy Pop. That's pretty much all you got to know to play the guitar part, I think. I'll take it and run it against the track here too, and see if there's any. There might be a bridge in there somewhere, but I don't think there is. I think it's just that chord progression. It's 8 chords, really 4 chords, and then 4 more chords that are the same until the last one. So, you know, it's an 8 chord progression, but it's a repeating progression. Other than the fourth chord and the 8th chord are different. But just like that, only a little bit faster. And oh, by the way, just for the tone, it's a pretty clean tone, mostly. Little bit of grit on it, so I'm using my Mark V over here, which has a bunch of different modes and channels. But I'm on the clean channel. I'm on the fat mode, which gives it a little bit thicker, beefier sound. And I'm on bold. And I have one of my volume controls up to 3/4, so that's putting a little bit of grit on there. I got the gain halfway and the channel master volume at about 230. You know, about almost 3/4 of the way up. But everything, the treble, mid, and bass are pretty flat, and then the presence is backed off a little. But my amp volume is pretty low, and I'm in 10 watt mode. So for anybody who has Mark V's or understands what I just said, it's kind of a fatter, clean tone with a little bit of preamp grit on the signal, but not a lot. And then I'm on the bridge pickup. Volume and tone are just wide open, so it's pretty clean until you snap on that. You start hitting it with a more aggressive attack, it puts a little more grit on it. You know, versus if I just hit those clean, very clean, like soft. Stiff pick I'm strumming with too, which tends to for strumming type stuff tends to can be a little too aggressive and not have enough flex in the pick. Let me try a little bit softer pick and see if that changes things a bit. Your mutes here are important, and I'm just starting to get the feel of this because I started playing this 5 minutes ago. Passenger. Yeah, I like that. Alright, I like it with a little softer pick. I started using a pretty heavy duty. It's like, I think it's a 1 millimeter thick pick. There's almost no flex to this thing at all. And it's great when you're doing fast stuff. And you're a lot of right hand fast picking. Then this doesn't flex. And it gives you a little better right hand picking. But when you're doing chord strumming, you need something a bit softer. So this is like a... Can't remember, it's all rubbed off of there. I think these might be 72s, the green ones. They're Dunlop, that's a Dunlop Tortex pick. I've used them in a bunch of different thicknesses over the years. I think I generally started out with the orange ones that were maybe even less and moved up to yellow and green, getting thicker over time. I think the greens are 88s actually, so it's still a little thicker than you might like. I think a 72 would be good on this, but anyway. I just kind of like it. I think I like the mesmerizing, hypnotic nature of songs that aren't that complicated and just repeat. You know, another good example of something like that is like the drum beat in When the Levee Breaks. It's just mesmerizing as that goes on, and it's a cool beat. This song has this syncopated kind of flat tire chord strumming, and it repeats through the whole song, and it kind of locks you into a groove. I just like it. So, anyway, I wanted to record something. There's a quick little lesson. Iggy Pop's The Passenger.